What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, breaking news just came out. KSI, a YouTuber from the UK, is going to be fighting the MMA fighter Conor McGregor training partner Dillon Danis. And obviously, look, I want to break it down as I always do. If you don't know, KSI, YouTuber, like I said, he's from England, makes a lot of content, gaming content. And about 5 years ago or so, he started boxing. He boxed Logan Paul twice, trying to box Jake Paul. And he just is coming off of a fight where he beat two people in one night, basically two people that were bums. One guy had never boxed before. The other guy was a pro boxer with a losing record. To no fault of his own, he was supposed to fight a YouTuber that night, but he pulled out. Fast forward, January 14th, he's going to be fighting Dillon Danis. And for those of you that don't know, Dillon Danis is actually a training partner for Conor McGregor, but he isn't a striking guy. He's a guy that's really good at jiu-jitsu. He helped him for the Nate Diaz training camp. And basically, a lot of people don't like Dillon Danis, and it's because Dillon Danis is a troll, and he hasn't really fought in about 5 years or so. But the guy is primarily known for his jiu-jitsu, and he has really great jiu-jitsu. But in the striking department, he's always been lacking. But to Dillon's credit, about a year ago or 2 years ago, he wanted to box Jake Paul. And if he's been training consistently since then, we might see an actually good striking Dillon Danis. If we're judging from his last performances, KSI beats him easily, but this new Dillon Danis that has been training boxing, that's been posting boxing training footage, can that guy be a challenge for KSI? I think it's going to be interesting to see. You know, that fight week is going to be very interesting. Obviously, there was problems between Dillon and KSI at the weigh-ins for the last event. Basically, Dillon Danis trying to slap KSI, looks like, or maybe just take off his hat, or maybe attempt to punch him and also throw his coffee at him. One thing that I think is super interesting is it's so weird, this announcement, because a week ago I would have never guessed Dillon Danis is fighting KSI. I mean, the names that we've been hearing up until this point were either Tyron Woodley or Joe Fournier. So it seems like Joe Fournier, I don't know what the problem is with him. I think he would have been a lot better of an opponent than Dillon Danis if KSI is trying to fight Jake Paul. Good to say, hey, I fought this pro boxer undefeated, took his O, and I'm moving on. Or obviously Tyron Woodley was a good choice in terms of competitiveness, but I don't think it was a good move just because people are going to compare his performance with Tyron Woodley against Jake, and you're not topping Jake's performance on Tyron Woodley pretty much unless you knock him out like that in the first round. And it seems like there was some sort of contract issues revolving KSI and Tyron Woodley that made basically Tyron Woodley not sign it. Talk about not enough money, and also a rehydration clause in the contract, basically saying Tyron can't walk around fight day over 185 pounds, which is probably like a little light for Tyron, especially when he fought Jake at 190 pounds. However, I'm disappointed. I don't think Dillon Danis is going to be much of a challenge for KSI. I think KSI is probably a better boxer than he is. Beating Dillon Danis, no one is going to be saying, oh, I really want that Jake Paul fight, unless he does something spectacular, knocks him out in the first round or something like that. But I am going to be excited to watch it though, however, because there is so much beef and so much buildup, and so many people hate Dillon Danis. I personally don't have an opinion on Dillon. I thought he was cool a little bit in the beginning, but I don't really have much of an opinion. I just want to see the guy fight in MMA. I didn't really care about this whole boxing thing, but he's probably going to make more money doing this. It seems like Dillon is probably like a last minute choice for KSI, seeing that literally a week ago Tyron Woodley was doing a face-off with KSI in Dubai. So yeah, this seems a little bit weird. I think that whole weigh-in thing was just sort of staged just to kind of grow hype around this fight. I would have rathered someone with a little more credibility. I mean, Joe Fournier is also not a guy with a lot of credibility. I would have been really impressed if he took that Tyron Woodley fight. Don't think it was a smart business move, but I would have had a lot of props for him. I think if KSI is still saying, I'm going to fight Jake in 2023, he's delusional. You're starting off the year with Dillon Danis. That is leagues. I mean, Jake is at Anderson Silva. I mean, he's at Dillon Danis. We're years apart from that. I mean, Tyron Woodley was a way to speed up the process, and if he got a better performance against Tyron Woodley, then we're talking about KSI versus Jake. Regardless, you know, I'm super excited for this fight. Like I said, I think the buildup is going to be hilarious. The face-offs are going to be hilarious. The press conference is going to be good, and you know, I think a lot of people are going to be excited to see Dillon Danis get knocked out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, and let me know what other videos you want to see. I'll see you guys in the next one.